the White House, and this is the magnificent executive office building, and that's the popular West Wing. That house is the Oval Office where the president room, actually, the president actually sits and takes decisions. The White House has a long history. The first president who occupied it was John Allen in 1800, and then throughout the years there have been renovations, restorations, and all this stuff because it's an old kind of a building. And obviously, the most powerful place on earth, in the most powerful capital, Washington D.C., and where the decisions are taken here impact not just America but sometimes the whole world as well. So we are at the most powerful place on earth.
He almost got arrested with him family ran up down. So he kept watching her so he thought he would push her and catch her. But that didn't work out.
This is really beautiful view of the White House. Yeah, spectacular view.
But he you're free to follow every little dream. Prepare yourself to be a plastic road. You don't have to be driven from your home. Just allow yourself and feel at the point of the control. Without each diplomatic role. So make that kind of immigration. It's a kind of shift accomplished easily. We all have made our disassociations, whether on the job or in our family. But there could be more explanations. Everywhere you go, it's for yourself. I'll make any inner celebration. Then everything will only go to hell. We're right on the record. Don't leave a word about the weather. There ain't no settled land and no one's in command. Some brothers crossing hills, waters who wouldn't last, and rise the belly down into the sea. Science and the world, the color of the bright, with the morning belly forth above the sea. In the night of been the first, the coming head of blood, just filling up the belly under you and under me. When the captain is crying, he doesn't know the time, he probably doesn't know the ship is sinking. Rats are first to go, they sneak into the flow, and round as they counts them back to the shore. And you'll not do it, mates, to finish up your blood.
So this is the White House, and if we really look at the closer, this is the closest we could get to the White House. A nice fountain, and of course, I believe the White House is in 6 floors, and then nice colonnades and the pediment, and you have the windows. There are 4 on either side, so 4 plus 4, 8, and 4 plus 4, and then in the middle you have the 3 colonnades, kind of. And then this is on the you have the right side, the right wing, and that's where the Oval Office is. The Oval Office is where the president sits and operates from that office, and he has a famous Resolute desk in that office. And then White House also has a lot of stuff like, of course, there is a catering team, then there are a lot of team to look after the various things in the White House. especially when there are banquets, state banquets, and so on. The catering team is busy, right, preparing the meals, and that cater to different tastes, like and varieties of food, and kind of vegetarian options, and so on. And then, you see some vehicle is approaching. Yeah, and then the White House. So a lot of staff, and when the president moves, there is a movement. They do it very quickly, within a few hours, and then. The new president takes over generally on January 20th, because the president is elected once in every 4 years, and every 2 years, of course, they have the House of Representatives elections, and then that's the iconic Oval Office. Oval Office is somewhere in the right side, white wing building, and now it's Christmas decorations. So the decorations are very good. In the sense, when on the windows you see on the 4+4 windows and the 4+4 here, you find the Christmas decorations, and then of course the 3 windows as well, you find the Christmas decorations. And since it has 6 floors, each floor has different things with it, and that houses the president's quarters, kind of, and other stuff. And then you see the flag of the United States, and there is one more flag, and here also you see one more United States flag. USA, because White House is both symbolical, because it represents the seat of power, and the decisions made here, or have impact on the whole world, and because the decisions made here are having many people, many presidents, and many other head of nations come here to meet the US president, and then they hold press conferences right in this White House, and there's a press secretary as well, and who is responsible for the press communications. And then a lot of things happen, because US presidents have been inhabiting in this White House for more than 200 years now. So since I think President Adams was the first, to inhabit the White House, and then there have been a lot of renovations and changes to the White House. Many U.S. presidents, or the First Lady, as the wife of the U.S. president is called, they have brought in their own, choices to the White House, and so a lot of renovations, a lot of changes, that have taken place. There are also a lot of rules regarding that, what can be changed or what probably cannot be changed, because there are a lot of security considerations and so on. But changes have taken place, and then also occasional restorations, because this is a 200 plus years old building, right? And then a lot of restorations that have taken place from periodically from time to time, and it's because like any other old building, maintaining an old building, it's very complicated, right? And then we sometimes see restorations like the Big Ben restorations and all this stuff. They need to, the upkeep of these buildings is very, very difficult and complex. And then the president, of course, he stays here. He has his office in this Oval Office, situated in his complex. And it's really very, cool and good to see the White House from this distance, because we see our White House almost every day in the news channels, right? And news, some decisions or something comes from the, press meetings or press releases come from the White House. And then we see, and America is, the iconic country on the world with the largest GDP, the iconic American companies, Coke, Pepsi, McDonald's, KFC, like Boeing, Facebook, Google, YouTube, Twitter, you name it. I mean, every pharma companies, and there's every area America has, probably the leader in many areas. The automobile companies, every kind of company that operates in because America is a democracy and is hailed as the land of the leader of the free world, right? And then for the past 100-200 years, the great development of America in various spheres, and then the spearheading the capitalism, because people are most motivated to really work in this capital environment. And then that's where you see the great development of America is a global superpower that has impact, influence all over the world, right? And then the decisions impact all over the world. And so this is a great White House. It's really good to be seeing this up close, actually, right? I mean, have seen this, over the decades of seeing this, and then I've been really longing to see this from the real White House, and then it's really great. And coming, we have turned around the White House, and then of course the US flag. We turn around towards focus our attention on this side, which is this is called the Oval Office, where the right wing and just there was one more wing, and that's now demolished for constructing a grand ballroom. And then this is the this is the wing where you have the Oval Office, and Oval Office is where the president sits. Actually, it's somewhere in here. Then there is a rose garden, and and on the lawns, the helicopter lands and so on. So a lot of details here because the president, obviously he has a lot of stuff going on. And then we see this. This is where the president of the United States kind of operates. That's the Oval Office is situated here, and then the corridor from the White House to this what is it called, this wing. And then that's the Eisenhower building on the side, and then this is the White House. So we have made a tour of the White House almost. We did the round, and then we are taking this round this side. So this is one more gate, and then it's really. It's like there is obviously a tight security because and barricaded and so on. And this is where moving on this side of the White House, and we see the other these, some of them are like the old European style buildings, and these are really great. I love this European architecture, wherever it is, the Roman colonnades and Roman architecture. So this is the end of the White House. We cannot go on this road because it's a government road, so they have closed and barricaded. Nice Christmas decorations, because Christmas is around the corner. And then you see this Eisenhower building. There's a lot of government buildings around here, obviously, for carrying out the various government functions and so on. And this is the Eisenhower building. It's so beautiful again. Executive office building. This government has a lot of government machinery and people to really carry out different tasks of the government, right? And then these are again on the other side of these red buildings. Red brick buildings are so beautiful, really. And there is, I don't know, some romance in them. This is the Eisenhower building. It's so nice, really. Fantastic. Right, the Eisenhower Executive, Pennsylvania Avenue. This is called the kind of Pennsylvania Avenue. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue is the address of the White House. And then dedicated to art. I don't know what this building is. State Fairs, Smithsonian. This is Smithsonian. Okay, it's so beautiful. I mean, the building is really beautiful. And then this is the Eisenhower building, and then we can it's so beautiful. So this we turn towards this, and then see a lot of buildings here. The People's House, White House experience. I don't know what it is. This is the Pennsylvania Avenue, and this is the address of the White House. This is the Eisenhower Executive Office building again. We are just taking a turn around, the tour around here. The Eisenhower building.
Con la Malu como que estamos en una plática normal, ella y yo, hablando.
This is really beautiful. So we have taken almost the entire the turn of the White House. Starting from that point, we are just behind the Eisenhower building now. And this side, we have this. So they're strict checking security and protocol, obviously. Beautiful Christmas decorations, yeah. This is the Eisenhower building. Yeah. The street lamps and this. I really love this architecture. So beautiful. Yeah, this is the steps and. This is the other side. Yeah, we see the road and then. So this is all the executive office because the president is. Central government or the federal government, it's called US, has to do a lot of functions, right? They have to manage the whole United States, and more often sometimes, the impact that has worldwide impacts. Huge things. This bus is so nice. The fighting spirit of an entire nation. This is, I don't know what it is, but it's so beautiful. It's corner building. This is the weird. So we have taken the tour of the entire White House, yeah. So that's White House and the adjacent Eisenhower building, and we have also seen the the wing and the Oval Office, where the Oval Office is located inside. Obviously, we do not. That's the closest we could get to. So yeah, there's iconic the first division, and then there is this small pillar, and there's a golden statue for it. So in a way, we have done the entire roundabout of the White House, or the White House block, on the Eisenhower building. Then it's really good, to see the seat of power. Is this? Obviously, all these gates and the roads are closed. This is, I think, the Red Cross building. It looks like Red Cross because there is a Red Cross, so it must be Red Cross. Yeah, these are heavily barricaded because of the security considerations. Yeah. World War II Memorial, yeah, and this is the lawn in front of the White. Not the lawn, but the space in front of the White House. So beautiful buildings. I love these colonial buildings. I mean, these European architecture buildings. Memory of the heroic woman of the Civil War. That's what this building says. This is a truck, yeah, truck.